What if I told you that the key to a longer, more fulfilling life after 70 isn't about adding more, but letting go? Welcome, dear friends, to a journey of liberation, where we'll explore the art of releasing to embrace life's twilight years fully. I've walked this earth for many moons, and if there's one truth I've come to know, it's this: our later years can be our most liberating. Today, we'll delve into 8 things to let go of after 70, to not just extend our years, but to infuse them with joy, purpose, and a profound sense of peace. Before we dive in, if you enjoy these insights, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Let's begin. 1. The whispers of regret. As we age, we often find ourselves replaying old tapes, lamenting paths not taken or words left unsaid. I'm reminded of a conversation I had with Eleanor, a radiant soul in her late 70s. For years, she confided, her eyes misty with memory, I carried the weight of an unkind word spoken in haste to my sister. It wasn't until I learned to forgive myself that I felt truly free. You see, regret is a teacher, not a jailer. It shows us where our values lie, illuminates the growth we've undergone. But to dwell in its shadows is to miss the light of the present moment. Can we learn to see our past mistakes not as failures, but as the very steps that have led us to who we are today? Letting go of regret doesn't mean forgetting or dismissing our past. Rather, it's about holding our history with gentleness, understanding that every choice, every misstep, has contributed to our unique tapestry of wisdom. Perhaps we can even find gratitude for these experiences, for the lessons they've etched into our hearts. So, my friends, when regret comes knocking, invite it in for a brief visit. Listen to its message, glean what wisdom you can, then show it to the door. Your present self is too precious to be overshadowed by the ghosts of yesterday. 2. The illusion of stagnation. There's a certain comfort in stillness, isn't there? As our bodies whisper of aches and pains, it's tempting to sink into the embrace of our favorite armchair and rarely leave. But in doing so, we risk missing the dance of life that continues all around us. I think of my dear friend Thomas. At 76, he'd all but resigned himself to a life of sedentary habits. My running days are over, he'd say with a wistful smile. But then, on a whim, he joined a local Tai Chi group in the park. The transformation was nothing short of magical. It's not about being as spry as I was at 30, Thomas shared, his eyes twinkling. It's about finding new ways to move, to engage with my body and the world around me. Movement, you see, is a celebration of life. It's not about pushing our bodies to their limits, but about honoring them with gentle care and attention. Perhaps it's a slow walk in nature, feeling the earth beneath our feet and the breeze on our skin. Maybe it's the fluid motions of swimming, where the water supports and cradles us. Or it could be the simple joy of swaying to a beloved melody in the privacy of our living room. The key is to find movement that brings us joy, that connects us with the vital energy flowing through all things. In doing so, we not only nourish our bodies, but also our spirits. We remind ourselves that we are part of the great, ever-moving dance of life. So, shall we gently set aside the notion that our best moving days are behind us? Instead, let's explore new ways to engage with the world around us, to keep our bodies supple and our spirits light. 3. The myth of complete self-reliance. In the tapestry of human experience, we are all interconnected threads. Yet, as we age, we often cling to an ideal of independence that can isolate us from the very connections that give life its richness. I'm reminded of a wise woman I met, Sophia, who shared a profound realization. I used to think asking for help was a sign of weakness, she said. her voice soft but strong. Now I see it as an invitation to intimacy, a chance to allow others the joy of giving. You see, in allowing others to support us, we create a beautiful reciprocity. We give them the gift of being needed, of contributing to our well-being. And in return, we receive not just practical assistance, but the warmth of human connection. This isn't about becoming dependent, but about recognizing our interdependence. It's about understanding that just as we have given throughout our lives, as parents, friends, mentors, now we can graciously receive. In doing so, we complete the circle of giving and receiving that is at the heart of human relationships. So, my dear friends, can we release the belief that we must do everything alone? Can we open ourselves to the support and love that surrounds us? In reaching out, we might just find that our world expands, filled with new connections and deepened bonds. The tyranny of busyness. For so long, we've lived in a world that values doing over being. Our worth has been measured by our productivity, our days filled with endless to-do lists. But now, in the autumn of our lives, we're offered a precious gift, the opportunity to simply be. I think of Maria, a retired teacher I met. I used to feel guilty if I wasn't busy every moment, she shared. Now I've discovered the luxury of an unscheduled afternoon, the richness of simply watching the clouds drift by. You see, in stillness, we often find our deepest insights, our most profound connections with ourselves and the world around us. It's where creativity blooms, where we can hear the whispers of our own hearts. This doesn't mean we should become inactive. Rather, it's about choosing activities that nourish our souls, not just fill our time. Perhaps it's losing ourselves in a book or tending to a small garden. Maybe it's the meditative practice of knitting or the joy of a leisurely conversation with an old friend. Can we release the need to constantly do and instead embrace the beauty of simply being? In this space of unhurried existence, we might just discover a quality of life richer than we ever imagined. 5. The weight of unfulfilling relationships. Just as a garden needs pruning to flourish, so too do our social circles. As we age, we gain the wisdom to recognize which relationships nourish us and which deplete our energy. I'm reminded of Charles, a gentle soul who found himself dreading weekly meetups with a group he'd known for decades. I realized, he said, that I was holding on to these friendships out of habit, not joy. When I finally let go, I felt a weight lift from my shoulders. Letting go of relationships that no longer serve us isn't about being unkind. It's about honoring our own well-being and the limited energy we have. It's recognizing that sometimes relationships have served their purpose, and it's okay to let them go with gratitude for what they once meant to us. This might mean setting gentle boundaries with family members who drain our energy, or stepping back from social obligations that no longer bring us joy. It's about making space for connections that uplift us, that resonate with who we are now. So, dear friends, can we give ourselves permission to curate our social world, to surround ourselves with those who appreciate our presence, who engage with us in meaningful ways? In doing so, we create a supportive environment where we can continue to grow and thrive. 6. The burden of material excess. Our homes often become repositories of memories, filled with objects that each tell a story. But as we enter this new chapter of our lives, we might find that some of these possessions have become a burden rather than a joy. I think of my own journey of downsizing. At first, the thought of parting with items I'd had for decades felt almost painful. But as I began the process, I discovered something surprising. With each item I let go, I felt lighter, freer. You see, decluttering isn't just about creating physical space. It's about making room for new experiences, for peace of mind. It's about simplifying our lives so we can focus on what truly matters. This doesn't mean we need to let go of everything. It's about keeping what truly brings us joy or serves a purpose and releasing the rest. Perhaps it's passing on family heirlooms to younger generations, creating new memories in the process. Maybe it's donating items so they can bring joy to others. Can we view this process not as a loss, but as a curation of our lives? In clearing our physical space, we often find we've created more room for the things that truly matter: relationships, experiences, and peace of mind. 7. The comparison to our younger selves. In quiet moments, it's natural to reflect on our younger days, the energy we had, the adventures we embarked on. But comparing ourselves to who we once were can rob us of the joy of who we are now. I'm reminded of a conversation with Robert, once an avid mountaineer. "I used to measure my worth by the peaks I could climb," he shared. "It took me years to realize that the view from my porch, enjoyed with the wisdom of age, could be just as breathtaking." You see, each stage of life brings its own unique gifts. Yes, our physical abilities may change, but we've gained so much: wisdom, perspective, the ability to see the bigger picture. We've weathered storms and come out stronger. We've accumulated a lifetime of experiences that have shaped us into the rich, complex individuals we are today. Instead of lamenting what was, can we celebrate who we are now? Can we appreciate the quiet confidence that comes from decades of living, the deeper capacity for empathy and understanding we've developed? This stage of life offers a unique freedom to explore new interests, to deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Let's embrace it with open arms and curious hearts. 8. The worry of an uncertain future. As we age, thoughts of the future can loom large. Health concerns, financial worries, fears about independence, these can cast long shadows over our days if we let them. I think of my friend Elizabeth, who spent years anxious about what might come. It wasn't until she took up meditation that she found a new perspective. "I realized," she said, "that worrying about the future was stealing my enjoyment of the present. The future, by its very nature, is uncertain. No amount of worry can change that. But what we can change is how we approach our present. By focusing on the now, we not only increase our enjoyment of life, but also put ourselves in the best position to handle whatever may come. This doesn't mean ignoring practical considerations. By all means, let's ensure our affairs are in order and take care of our health. But once we've taken reasonable precautions, can we give ourselves permission to release excessive worry? Instead, let's channel that energy into appreciating the present, savoring the warmth of sunlight on our skin, delighting in the laughter of loved ones, losing ourselves in the pages of a good book. These moments, strung together, are what make a life rich and fulfilling. By loosening our grip on future worries, we open ourselves to the possibilities and surprises that life continues to offer. Who knows what new friendships, experiences, or discoveries await us? By staying open and present, we remain receptive to the magic that can unfold, even in our later years. As we journey through this golden season of life, remember, it's never too late to let go and embrace a fuller, richer existence. If these reflections have resonated with you, I invite you to share your own wisdom in the comments below. Until we meet again, may you walk gently, love deeply, and let go gracefully. Thank you for watching the entire video. If you find these insights valued, please comment number 1. If not, comment number 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. See you next time.